Hello Pisces, Pisces rising and Pisces moon people, and that means check your rising and your moon signs. It does. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting May 15th, 2017. And just a quick reminder for you guys, I did update my work schedule to summer hours. A lot of folks have been asking for later availability as well as Friday availability, so I'm no longer working Sunday through Thursday. I am doing Monday through Friday, which I haven't done in ages. And I am available for some later hours as well. I've shifted things up there, so I do listen. I do. So what's going on with your astrology this week? Well, for the vast majority of this week, it's actually very calm. Okay, a lot of this stuff doesn't start changing up until we get into the Thursday-Friday portion of the week, but even then, it's still very, very relaxed. On Thursday, we do have the Sun in Taurus, in your third house of communications, pacts, and promises, forming a lovely angle to Chiron, currently in your sign. And this could actually be a very, very big breakthrough in the communications between you and somebody you hold very, very close, somebody you hold very dear, whether it's a treasured friend, a close family member, or a lover. And there's going to be some kind of patching up that needs to happen, whether it's an outward dysfunction, a fight, some distancing. We need to clear the air. And it's actually going to be in healing, you know. Don't go out of your way to avoid this. It's not a conflict that should be avoided, because in all essence, it's not a conflict. There is a way to actually get this person back in your life as close as they were before. If you miss being besties, if you miss having a good family relationship, if you missed open communication in this relationship at all, you will definitely keep an open mind when it comes to Thursday. On Friday, we've got Saturn, currently retrograde, in your 10th house of career, Sagittarius, forming a gorgeous trine to Uranus, currently, you know, shaking things up all over in your earned income sector. And a surprise breakthrough could be coming from your past. And there may be a chance here to create a way to promote yourself or to, you know, exponentially build your business with the help of old influences and old friends. What's going to be happening here, though, which is very interesting, is that it will force you to change a bit of your at-work image. But I think that you may have been waiting to do that for a while. Getting more personal with your client base, your customer base, and your colleagues is the answer when Uranus is in your earned income sector. So if you feel like you've been trapped in a persona you don't even want to have anymore, this will give you the free rein. What I also like about this is that surprise money has a tendency to show up with this kind of angle as well. Either way, you are promoting yourself, officially or not. When it comes to your cards, we do have the card of the Weaver for your spiritual advice. And this often talks about, again, fate, destiny, all those kinds of things interfering. Not necessarily in a bad way, though. Okay, fate is a tide. I don't think of fate as set in stone. Sometimes the tide is strong, sometimes the tide is weak. But we all have free will, like it or not. And the thing is that with this card, with the Weaver, it's important to pay attention where fate has kind of intervened in a lot of places for a lot of you Pisces people this week. A lot of, I guess you could say, meant-to-be moments are going to be occurring, and it's important to spend time actually actively participating in those moments, not just getting stuck in the, you know, in the wow factor of the fact that it is. In fact, what the Weaver card can also talk about is paying attention to where something that may kind of come up over and over and over again is coming up over and over again because we have not actually completed it to satisfaction to move on from a point in our fate and our destiny. And so it's important not to keep avoiding it or answering it or responding to it the same way we always do, but to do something completely different this time to break that habit or to finally see what the next level of evolution it is that we're trying to get. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and finances, we do have the Devil card upright. Interestingly enough, even though we have a lot of good going on when it comes to your work and finances in the astrology, the Devil card upright is actually a bit of a warning. It does talk about a need to pay attention to anything that would bind you to an organization or to a contract that you know you don't necessarily feel good about. The Devil card upright can often talk about the proverbial selling of the soul for the sake of growth, for the sake of promotion, or the sake of money. You may actually have to choose between two different options, whether it's going your own way with that Saturn retrograde trine Uranus, or following something a bit more conventional, to your industry. The Devil card upright says that you may be tempted by something very, very special because it does seem like it is the right way to go. That's how everyone else, that you look up to in this area got successful. But that may actually be the devil in disguise. So be careful with trying to do too much by convention when you get the Devil card, because you may find out that it's a trap. You'll be fine. For your communications with air, when it comes to your friends, your relatives, and the others in your life, we do have the Seven of Cups reversed. Again, some kind of commitment is being made, some kind of promise fulfilled, and mutual satisfaction between you and a friend or you and a relative is happening because faith in each other has been restored. The Seven of Cups reversed can indicate the cementing of a powerful bond or the resetting of stronger glue in a relationship that you were not meant to lose. And the nice thing about the Seven of Cups reversed is that this person also feels it. The feeling is mutual. The choice is there, and everyone is basically making it. The Seven of Cups reversed can also indicate, just on a more basic level, a more mundane level, if you've been waiting for somebody who's been waffling on a lot of decisions, if they're going to participate, not participate, be a part of this thing or not, this is where you finally get the conclusive answer so we can get the go-ahead. Sometimes we do have people in our life who tend to take forever to make a decision. They're juggling their options for far too long. And they can't hold up the works, especially if we are being friendly and generous enough to give them that time. Luckily, they'll be honoring it and making the decision this week. For your challenge this week with fire, we do the Chariot card upright. The Chariot card upright is a challenge that's very interesting because it does talk a lot about the need to pay attention to where we have to make things that don't seem like they fit. Alright, we have to be able to make opposing forces work together and be comfortable in that ambiguity and not split and do the black and white thing. Sometimes with the Chariot card upright, it's talking about the middle path being the best decision. When you're assembling a team, when you're working with relatives, when you're working on separate projects and priorities, sometimes we feel like we have to pick sides, permanently. Or we have to put on one kind of facade or persona permanently in order to succeed there. Not so. The Chariot card upright says everyone can have their cake and eat it too. But the problem is we have to get past that fear of blending things that just don't seem like they don't mix, because they actually do. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we've got the Emperor upright. Love and romance should be very interesting this week because you're noticing the other, whoever they are, your crush, your dating partner, your lover, taking a lot of initiative this week and kind of taking the reins when it comes to the relationship. And a lot of this could be a pleasant surprise, because usually when we have the Emperor, our partner or crush or whoever is trying to show off, trying to be Superman or Superwoman this week. And with the Emperor, that may actually be a bit of a relief to have this person show up and sort of champion your cause. The Emperor card upright can often also indicate somebody new coming into your life that does want to be making the first move, that is sort of taking that initiative and being very assertive with it. If you've been worried, if you've been hoping to find somebody with that caliber of character, here you go. Now the thing about the Emperor card upright that's very interesting though is that again, this person is deciding to have that very take charge attitude. You can both have take charge attitudes at the same time, so don't worry about competing with one another. When it comes to your lover may actually be deciding to try and take a lot of matters into their own hands that you used to share. Let them see what they can do on their own before you protest or encourage it too much. So that is your horoscope, Pisces. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session, you can always follow the links below or go to integrativemysticism.com.